I'm Sandra McDonough and I invented eye guide MC. The company was set up a year ago, and the reason being is because I invented a gadget called eye guide. And the reason I've done that is because I've got Parkinson's disease. And so I wanted something to help me and relieve my husband from caring for me. And so I managed that, and so we set the company up so that we can then produce it and go on and help other people.
My name's Anne Saunders. I'm a Parkinson's disease nurse specialist. I've known Sandra for nearly 7 years, as in she's been my patient for that long. We've been trialling this with other Parkinson's patients, and I think the light bulb moment for me was I had a patient come into clinic probably just before Christmas in a real state. We couldn't really go any further with his medication. He was really poorly, really depressed. We couldn't go anywhere else with him. And I messaged Sam whilst I was in the clinic with his patient and said, "Can I send them to you? Do you think you could help?" He came along and met San, and he decided that he would trial one of the temporary eye guides. And he came to see me in January, and he's like a different man. His tremor was controlled, he could speak, his mood was improved, he'd got no pain, and they thanked me and San for transforming his life.
Sandra McDonough, and I'll show you how eye guide works. First of all, you can see I can do finger movement, no problems. You can see I can put my hands in the air, I can do fast taps, I can speak. My eyes go straight onto you, and I can also walk straight. So if I show you what the guide can do, if I take it off,
To me, mate, that's it. Right, feel good?
right.
That's a silly question.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Right, let's go back to the chair. We'll put the guide back on. Close your eye. There we go. How's that feel? Yeah. It's a little bit low. And that's about it, really. There's no batteries, there's no pulses, no nothing. You're not plugging it in nowhere. All we're doing is using your brain. So the thing is so if you've got that, sometimes if someone's tremor is powerful like mine, you're not always going to get it. But what we do find is it'll calm down, and anxiety is a lot of the problem, which we have a lot of it today. So again, the guides were having to work really hard to cut through that side of it as well. So there's no illusions. We get a tremor, mine stops, but not everyone stops. So when you're talking about the eye guide or whatever, this company makes no guarantees at all.
first thing we'd done was we knew we had to get grants. And the first grant we got, we were lucky. We went to Parkinson's UK, and we went up London, and we managed to sort of sneak in with them, and they've backed us. And then I went to Lincoln, to the council, actually, South Holland Council, and she turned around, she said, "Do you know Lincoln University?" And I said, "Why would they want to help me?" So she said, "Because that's what they do." We accessed the grant, well, before the grant really, we were able to access the productivity part. Through that, we got help through Paul Smith, and he was amazing. Every week we went through an hour session, and basically he took us all the way up. And if you'd seen me and me and Chris really at the beginning of the run, you would never think and be looking at us now, because he made us business minded, and he gave us patience. What I learnt from that is, and it really does go from simple to right up to, what does getting a loan mean? What does being a director mean? And all of that. And you don't understand that when you start. Both Chris and I didn't. And so you've got that side of it. But at the end of it, they talk about how to pitch for it, how to pitch for your money. So through that, you go on to pitch. But now, if there's another time, I know how to pitch, because that showed me how to do it. I'd recommend the productivity program to anyone, because it is so good. Anyone starting up in business, from anyone little to actually someone who's really still going, because it just gets you going. And again, you've got that support, and without it, it's hard. I couldn't imagine now of starting a business without Lincoln University behind us. I honestly couldn't. Not the product, all of it. And so if someone was sat there and they said, "Sandra, we're starting up now," I know where I'd point them straight away.